Welcome to Focus Washington. I'm Chuck Conconi, and my guest today is Dr. Hadjisavvas, who is the curator of Cyprus, the Crossroads of Civilization exhibition that opens September 29th at the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History. The exhibition celebrates the 11,000-year history of the island nation. Dr. Hadjisavvas, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the invitation.
Well, tell me something about this exhibition. What's going to be in it? Tell me why it's been put together.
Well, Cyprus Crossroads of Civilizations was put together in order to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the independence of the Republic of Cyprus. The exhibition highlights 11,000 years of Cypriot history, and within this exhibition we have objects which are exhibited for the first time. Some of them, they haven't been even exhibited on the island of Cyprus. And we wanted to present this exhibition to the American public as a demonstration of the very good relations between the peoples of our two countries.
Tell me about some of the objects. I mean, what in particular? What specifically? I mean, I've seen some of the ads of the Aphrodite statue.
Well, in the exhibition, of course, we highlight the human form. So we show the development, the evolution of people living on the island of Cyprus. In the first section, for example, we have a very rare Neolithic figurine, of course, made of stone, because at that time, people were using only stone. In the later periods, we have terracottas, of course, which are exciting objects for the American public because they're not very common in this part of the world. And of course, we have several objects which are very, very important. As, for example, we have a boat, a clay model of a boat which was resting on the bottom of the sea for about 2,600 years, and it was brought here for the first time. Then, of course, we have the central figure of Aphrodite. Aphrodite is the, I could say, the national goddess of Cyprus. Is identified with the island of Cyprus as the Greek mythology wants Aphrodite to be born on the shores of Paphos in Cyprus. So she is our national goddess, and of course is one of the figures we demonstrate in this exhibition. Not only the statue of Aphrodite, but we have several small other statuettes, figurines, and we have also a fine marble head of Aphrodite in this exhibition. And then in the later sections, we have the human form as demonstrated by the Christian Orthodox Church on icons. We have a magnificent cross with Christ, and finally the endowment of Christ. So we have an evolution of the human form from the very beginning up to the very end of the period covered by this exhibition.
So you mean the Byzantine mosaics? You have things like that coming here too?
Well, the mosaics are very difficult to be moved, but we have a number of icons. We have 9 icons from the Byzantine period up to the Venetian period.
What else? What other objects do you have in the exhibition? I mean, now it is interesting, of course, that Aphrodite has become, you know, the birthplace there. It's considered she was born in Cyprus, and there is a place right on the seashore where they claim that, right?
Yes, it's the birthplace of Aphrodite in Paphos, on the shores of Paphos. But you know, this covers a very long history or mythology behind Aphrodite. As Aphrodite started in present-day Iraq, in Mesopotamia, as Ishtar, the goddess of war, and then in Cyprus she became the goddess of love. She passed through Syria as Astarte, and then she appeared on the island of Cyprus as Aphrodite, and is included in the Greek pantheon.
We're running out of time. One last quick question. Also, Richard the Lionhearted spent some time there. Is there anything, indication of that in the exhibition?
Of course, the last section of the exhibition, which is dedicated to the Crusades, it highlights the whole history of the Third Crusade, as Richard the Lionheart, King of England, on his way to the Holy Land. He wrecked off the shores of Limassol, and so the events which followed was a war between Richard and Komnenos, the then governor of Cyprus. And finally, the island was occupied by Richard and sold to the Frankish dynasty at the time of the Lusinians.
I'm looking forward to seeing this exhibition, but we've run out of time, Doctor. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
I'm Chuck Conconi, and this has been Focus Washington.